couldn't save. I couldn't save. Why? Mayumi. And that girl too. I couldn't save them.
Huh? What's the matter? Feeling guilty all of a sudden? Sheesh.
They can't hold anything he says right now as evidence, right? Even if the police officer did hear it? I'm unclear on that.
I can't reach him. Did that stupid bear forget to charge the battery?
Or he's in the TV.
We took a quick look around the hospital, but there's no sign of him. I wonder where he went.
It is snowing.
Oh, it's snow. Hey, you're right. Wow, it's been a while since I last saw real snow. It doesn't look that pretty, though, because of this fog.
Fair.
I guess this makes it the first snow of the year. It's freezing. Let's go home. Hey, Yosuke, if you find Teddy, don't forget to contact us, alright?
Yeah, I was about to say, don't feel quite comfortable unless he's at my place.
I know. Let's meet up at the special headquarters tomorrow. Man, that Ted. I hope he just went back home by himself.
Where's his home, though?
He's probably fine. But I'll hurry home just in case.
Alright, you let me know if he's not there.
Well, see you tomorrow.
See ya. Yeah, I think so. Because there's something still not right. Oh, it has? Huh, okay. That was interesting. Alright, we're gonna save that then. Here should be fine. Well, honestly, I was debating on whether I was gonna say that I got the bad ending. I think there's no way to avoid that. Otherwise, my reactions won't make sense. I might not show it now because I feel like it kind of throws off the mood. Because obviously I was relieved once I went through the choices. I knew Nanako was alright. That does make a difference. Alright, and I imagine, yeah, after a day like that, we gotta save her. What else can I do? Besides save, I guess. Or in the plants. Well, hey, I was trying to ask you questions.
Welcome.
Thanks.
It's been quite some time.
Yeah, I suppose.
Do not be alarmed. You are fast asleep in the real world.
Yeah.
I have summoned you within your dreams.
Now looking at it, this place looks like what Teddy was going through.
Now then, your journey has taken you quite a distance thus far. Do you believe you'll be able to successfully solve this mystery?
Well, if you give me the opportunity, I think I can. I think I already did. I can solve it.
Splendid! The precise destination of this vehicle, that too is getting rather hard to judge.
No, that's interesting.
If we continue driving blindly, we may end up leading you further away from the mystery that you must reach.
So, is there an opportunity or, something I can do to get past that?
Well, why don't we take a moment to look back on your journey? It was for that purpose that I summoned you here tonight.
Okay.
Margaret?
What are you gonna show me?
We are experiencing the words engraved into your memory during your journey.
Okay.
Failing to understand and failing to
Hey.
listen are rather different things.
Yes. Yes. Shoot, I might post that quote somewhere.
All right, let's go ahead and think this through as much as we need.
If we leave any unanswered questions behind, we'll just be lying to ourselves.
Indeed.
I'll think as hard as I can and try to help.
Come on, we've accomplished this much together, haven't we?
So am I supposed to figure it out right now?
Right. Together.
And it seems you have comrades with you as well. Those heading in the same direction through this dense fog.
Wait, I just saw people outside.
We'll be parked for the moment while I confirm our current heading.
Okay.
As I mentioned previously, this year will signal a great change in your life. Though there isn't much time left, it can be worth your while to take the time to stop and reflect.
People are like water flowing in a river. There is only one stream, but all who pass through it are affected differently.
That has got to be one of the most interesting ways to describe people I've heard. Okay.
Some travel fast. Some change their course, experiencing countless events as they travel down the river of time.
Alright, I think I get that.
Just so. The state of this room reflects the scenery of your heart.
But it hasn't changed.
Perhaps this may be a time for contemplation rather than action.
Hey, yo. Is that outside? Hold up. Game face. Game face. Well, it's probably Yosuke. Okay. Or Teddy? Okay, Yosuke.
Teddy's missing.
Yeah.
I looked all over the neighborhood, but I couldn't find him anywhere.
I'm worried.
Yeah, me too. He was acting all weird lately.
He has.
Rise and the others are checking inside the TV to see if he's gone back to the other side.
Okay. Explain who others? Cause Rise can't fight?
We're meeting pretty soon, so will you come with me to Juness?
Oh, you know it.
It's no use, man. We can't find him.
And that's Rise, so she has the best chance of doing so.
No luck for me either. I didn't sense anything over there. The fog's so dense it might be affecting my readings.
Then what do we do?
I wish I could do better. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. I know you did the best you could.
That Ted. Don't tell me he really went back to his world this time. We told him over and over that he could stay here.
Contemplation. Let's think about this.
I guess that's all we can do right now.
Yeah?
He plays dumb a lot, but he's attached to us deep down. He wouldn't disappear without saying anything, right?
I'm worried for Teddy myself, but let's trust in him and await his return. Right now, we must concentrate on the case.
Okay.
It won't be long before Namatame is transferred to another location. We must hurry, or we will miss our only chance to get his perspective on this.
True.
You know, I've been thinking about the case since, but something just doesn't seem right.
Let's quickly review the facts. Of all the victims, only 2 were killed. Miss Yamano the announcer, and Saki-san.
Right.
From the documents we found in the car, we know Namatame had some sort of dealings with them. After that, there were multiple attempted murders in which we were targeted. It was only when he took Nanako-chan that we caught him in the act, identifying his modus operandi in the process.
Yeah.
When I hear you put it like that, sounds like the dude's guilty.
As a result of Namatame's arrest, the police admitted that Mitsuo Kubo was a mere copycat killer.
Back up to yesterday. Remember when you said Namatame didn't have a motive to kill the announcer? That's what's bothering me.
Right. Either he's completely nuts, or we're misunderstanding something.
You lost me.
I'm just listening.
She's trying to say that if Namatame is sane, then there may be facts in the case we don't know about yet. Sane or insane? Sounds like a play I saw before.
What happened in it?
When he talks about saving people, what does that actually mean?
Well, remember he mentioned that you all were people he saved.
I don't think there's any doubt that it includes kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
Could he mean saving them through death?
I suppose. Well, how do you mean?
He did call himself a savior and said that the other side is a wonderful world.
You think he means sending them to the afterlife?
So they'll be saved if they die? What a bunch of crap! The bastard should have gone and saved himself!
Yeah, I don't think that's it, Naoto.
What do you think, Senpai?
There's something else.
If you think about it normally, it's gotta be him. But there ain't nothing normal about that world anyways.
Yeah?
There's something I've been wondering about for a while. When we first encountered him, he said, "You're the ones I saved.
Right.
Don't worry, I'll save this girl too."
Exactly. That's what I would. Well, one of the lines I'm trying to zero in on.
So, if he saves people by killing them, did he save us too?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't he actually have failed to save us?
Correct.
You raise a good point. If he thinks that salvation comes only through death, his words to us make no sense.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I was there in the battle, even with Nanako in danger. That's the mentality that I had.
And another thing, the Namatame who appeared on the Midnight Channel said he failed to save Nanako-chan.
Well, maybe he really was trying to save the victims by putting them inside the TV.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, don't get all quiet like that. You guys know I just say the first dumb thing that pops into my head.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
The possibility that he truly intended to save us.
But he's still the one who threw in Saki-senpai and that announcer, right?
Correct. You know, that's actually part of the reason I was kind of calm. Is because I did think that he was just... like, he was doing terrible stuff. No question. But he at least thought he was trying to do something else.
Sure, we haven't nailed down his motives, but that doesn't change the fact that he killed them.
And yeah, that's true.
Or what? You think someone else was involved? What makes you think so?
The note that I had? The warning about daggum time.
Warning letter? Oh yeah. Whatever happened to that thing?
Did I not keep it?
If Namatame's the killer, he must have been the one who wrote it, right?
Pay attention to the wording, Chie.
Let's review them.
You wrote them down. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, don't rescue anymore. If you don't stop this time, someone close will be put in and killed. Therefore, you know what that means? Whoever wrote the note decided that Nanako was going to be next.
Yes, that's right.
I know it's right. I know it's right.
Isn't that kinda odd?
Nah.
Would someone who thinks he's saving people by killing them write stuff like don't rescue or kill?
Exactly. Exactly.
It's all coming together.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, and the will be put in and killed part doesn't make sense either.
I did figure it out.
If the killer was writing it, wouldn't it be more like I'll put in and kill?
Exactly, Kanji.
Hey, could this mean?
Where you at? I'm cracking my knuckles. Where he at? Namatame didn't write it.
Yeah,
About time I can inform my team.
it's almost like someone else wrote this letter.
Exactly.
But only the killer would write such a letter and deliver it to Dojima-san's house, right?
Or someone with knowledge of what's going on.
If someone else wrote it, that could only mean...
Dear God. Since this is such an unusual case, I was absolutely convinced that other than the Kubo incident, there was one culprit.
Mm-hmm.
So, Namatame really was trying to save his victims?
Did he have to meet the real culprit, Namatame?
Everything is exactly the opposite of what it first seemed. In Namatame's parlance, failing would have been the first two cases when the victims died. If he had used his method twice and failed both times, he would hardly have continued using the TV, and yet he did. It all seems to suggest that someone else wrote this warning letter while observing the entire case.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else? Then... it wasn't Namatame that killed Saki-senpai and the announcer?
Okay, something I should point out. It actually did mention... I thought it was strange. I said it's very convenient for the killer to have that method, for him to be a delivery man, and it almost seemed like he was chosen for this.
We can't say for certain yet. We urgently need to speak with Namatame face to face.
Oh dear, I didn't even question it that far. See, that's why we need a team. Seekers of Truth. Oh, we have just a brand new... Oh, that's interesting.
How though? After what happened yesterday, they said they're gonna tighten security.
Can Naoto get through?
I have a plan,
Okay, let's hear it.
but there's no time to waste. Let's hurry to the hospital.
Alright, I trust you, Naoto.
Hey, this place is off limits.
I'm a consultant with the police. I'd like a few words with Namatame-san. May I go in?
But he said something about permission to even Dojima, so...
This is Unit 252, requesting confirmation on an ID. Name of Naoto Shirogane. Huh? Ah, understood. I see. Well, you're on the list.
Really?
I can give you a few minutes, but I'll have to record your conversation with him for security purposes.
That's fine. I trust Naoto.
Not that I expect you'll get anything coherent out of the guy. He's been spouting nothing but gibberish.
I'd like him to accompany me as well.
Well, thank you.
He has no identification, but this is an emergency situation, and he's here in Detective Dojima's stead.
You trust me with that?
Huh? Detective Dojima sent him? I wasn't informed of this.
Would it matter? Like, you seem to block him out.
I'll vouch for his identity.
Well, I guess it's better than dealing with the man himself.
Well, sheesh.
We have our hands full with the transport procedures, so the last thing we need is Detective Dojima running wild. Detective Adachi is busy somewhere too.
You don't say.
This is Unit 252. Huh? I see.
Has something happened?
Uh-oh.
There's something about a suspicious object out in the lobby.
Huh.
Well then, this works out nicely. You should back up your colleagues downstairs. We'll keep watch over Namatame-san.
That seems very suspicious, doesn't it?
A disturbance in a hospital lobby, after all. It sounds serious.
If anything happens, hit the nurse call button. I'll leave the rest to you.
Okay.
Understood. Please be careful.
If I was a cop, I would be very suspicious at that timing.
I knew knew they were undermanned, but I didn't expect it to go this smoothly.
Yeah?
Wow.
Did you all need to be here?
There's nothing much inside that suspicious object. So he won't be gone long.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, it's better for just the two of us.
All right, then now's our chance to talk to Namatame.
But alright. But I guess if worst comes to worst, we can jump through the TV.
Namatame-san, there's something we'd like to ask you.
Alright.
It's tempting to think that you were the culprit behind this entire case.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, there are many in this town who hope you are. But we are here to learn the truth.
Yeah.
So please, answer our questions.
Thank you, Naoto. Thank you.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got it. Who'd you throw in first? Yukiko?
Me?
Okay. Well then. So he hasn't killed anyone. Well, shoot. Okay. Did you kill those two girls?
They were killed. I couldn't save them.
So did you see them on the Midnight Channel and not do anything and thought that that's what was happening? Is saving killing people?
No. If nobody saves them, they'll be killed.
Wow. I was willing to give the true mastermind the benefit of the doubt. But this man is completely innocent. Aside from what he tried to do to, well, he is guilty of kidnapping, but you know. Huh.
That's why.
You know,
I put them in there.
even further goes along to where I was like, I wrote him off the list. I saw his face and I'm like, it's not him. Maybe I was wrong to do that, okay, but I'm just saying. Something told me that it wasn't him.
Then tell me if my estimation is correct so far.
And I guarantee you, it is not a spoiler reason. I've been telling you guys, you know, oh yeah, like Naruto, for example. I told you, I'll spoil. This, I have not. Alright, let's just continue going on.
After discovering the Yamano and Konishi incidents, you realized an appearance on the Midnight Channel meant certain death.
Yeah, I did, like, for example, if I was spoiled, I probably would have picked that part up. It's an important detail that I didn't question further.
Thus, to save her from that fate, you kidnapped Yukiko Amagi.
Yeah.
You couldn't let her be killed, so you threw her into the TV, preventing the killer in this world from reaching her.
So he's basically upset that he didn't, or that Nanako died and he didn't save her.
And you repeated the process, as more individuals appeared on the Midnight Channel.
In other words, he was grieving just like we were.
It all falls into place. His body is weak, but his mind is sound. He's trying to tell us the truth.
Yeah, but if the stuff he's saying is true...
There's another killer who murdered the first two victims?
Yeah.
Indulge us in a few more questions.
You got any ideas? Oh, it's me. Why did you enter the TV?
I didn't know.
Okay.
I never thought it would be that kind of place.
All right. I know. Well, I guess I might as well ask.
I have no idea.
Huh.
I want to know that too.
And then the last, he didn't send the letters.
What are you talking about?
Yep.
As I thought.
You believe me?
I do. I got mad at you for doing one thing. And that's when you kidnapped Nanako. I was like, all right, it's up.
Did they find him? Did they find the one who did such cruel things?
We will. In fact, I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
Mayumi.
Please calm down. Our ability to find the culprit rests on you.
Yeah.
We know about the other world.
Should I say an apology to this guy? No, I think, like I said, what I suspected, like if Nanako had died, I would have been livid. But she's fighting back. She's not out of the woods yet, but at the very least, I think we can do something about this.
In fact, we're the only ones who can fully understand what you have to say.
Yeah.
Only you?
We're the ones who have actually been saving people.
We did blame you for everything at first. But now I think we can accept whatever you got to tell us as truth.
Please, tell us everything you can, calmly and slowly.
Do we have time for slowly now, Naoto?
You're willing to listen? Do my story?
We need your story.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Soon after my affair with Mayumi became common knowledge,
Okay.
I returned to my parents' home, as if to run away from the scandal.
So that was your parents' home.
And I started drinking heavily to drown my anxieties.
That matches from what I saw.
I hadn't been able to reach Mayumi at all, and that didn't help either. Mayumi, where are you? She'd been disgraced on all the afternoon shows, and forced to resign from the program she was on.
Huh.
I caused her so much trouble. I wanted to at least apologize to her, but I couldn't even do that. I lost the will and energy to do anything.
That makes sense.
Then, one day, the rumor I heard some time ago came back to me. Since I had nothing better to do, I sat down blankly in front of the TV and watched my own reflection. And all of a sudden, there was Mayumi.
She has a model? Interesting. I didn't expect that.
Mayumi? Is that you? The Mayumi inside the TV looked as if she was calling to me for help. Mayumi? When I reached out unthinkingly to touch her,
So no interaction was needed, it seems.
my arm disappeared into the TV, as if I had dipped it into a pool of water.
I wonder what the condition is then.
I was so shocked that I lost my balance and nearly fell face first into the TV. I was so scared. I couldn't understand what just happened. I thought maybe I'd gone insane.
That makes sense.
In the end, I decided to think of it as just a dream, and I went back to the city the next day after finishing work.
Especially with someone you care about showing up on the TV and then that happens. It was different for us because, we just randomly stuck our hand inside a TV.
The next afternoon when I got to work, I was fired on the spot, as I expected.
How come?
That wasn't what broke me, though.
Did I miss something?
was Mayumi, being found dead. And not just that, but it had happened in my hometown.
Which is far from where she would normally be. Oh no,
I
she...
was dumbstruck. But later on, I remember the image of Mayumi I'd seen that night.
She did stay at the Amagi Inn, so... Okay, I'll piece things together as we go.
Was it not a dream? Could it really have been an SOS from Mayumi? I hadn't touched another TV because the first time was so terrifying, but I decided to try it again.
Mm-hmm.
And I confirmed that none of it was a dream. So that image, was it something Mayumi showed me, calling for help? That's how I felt.
And eventually, you learned of the Midnight Channel.
I remember that when Mayumi was alive, she was chasing a rumor about some bizarre TV program.
She is a reporter.
I'd heard about it before, but I thought it was just an urban legend.
Sheesh, this is lining up very well.
But then Mayumi appeared on it, and later turned up dead.
I never thought about the fact that she might be investigating it.
The more I thought about it, the harder it became to believe that the two events were unrelated.
And the reason that matters is because I'm trying to think of the main culprit, how you would choose a target for your fall guy. And again, it lines up very well.
Soon after that, I came back to Inaba to answer the police's questions.
Because you would have to need to know of the Midnight Channel's existence.
I'd lost my job, and I wanted to know the truth of Mayumi's death for myself. Then, on another rainy night, someone else appeared on the Midnight Channel. It was a girl. She looked like she was calling for help, just like Mayumi. The first thing that came into my mind was, maybe this girl will be the next to die.
And that was Saki-senpai.
Mm-hmm.
I'd been following all the news about Mayumi, so I noticed right away that she was the girl who found Mayumi's body.
That makes sense.
And if my hunch was right, she'd be the next victim. I didn't want her to die the way Mayumi did.
But you didn't know how to help her?
So I desperately kept watching. I was consumed with the idea of rescuing her. Then, little by little, her image on the screen came into sharper focus.
It became sharper?
Well, isn't that what we saw?
How did you find out it was her?
Well, we didn't really see Saki in particular. Well, like, not like... It wasn't the same process as, like, Yukiko, for example.
After I came back, my father couldn't bear to see me in such low spirits, and gave me a job with the family business. I met that girl when I delivered a package to the liquor store.
Makes sense. Oh, still flashback. He tried telling
After
her.
agonizing over it, I decided to meet her, and told her to be careful. But that same night, on the TV...
Dang, this guy was like an unsung hero.
She looked as if she was being engulfed by some black shape. She was writhing in pain. That's why I warned her. Why won't she pick up the phone? Come on, please!
He tried so hard. Wow.
The next day, they found her dead.
This is what I say about miscommunication.
I knew she was going to be murdered, but I couldn't save her. I blamed myself, thinking there must have been something I could have done. There was no one who depended on me. Nobody at work, not even my wife. Mayumi was the only one who accepted me for who I was. But she was murdered, and the same person killed another girl. I was beside myself. I couldn't forgive myself for doing nothing.
Suddenly the killer seems a lot more vicious. Jeez.
You really did love Miss Yamano.
Yes. From the bottom of my heart.
Well, again, at the very least, I didn't... I'm glad we're hearing this.
Before I was married, my wife made it big in show business. I was happy for her, but it put a strain on our relationship.
I can imagine.
I think I can kind of relate.
Yeah, probably.
It was around that time when I met Mayumi. She was interviewing our candidate for the next election. She was a big-name announcer, but she only worked with local stations, and her attitude towards work was similar to mine. We both came from Inaba, so she was easy to talk to.
Oh.
I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help getting intimate with her.
So she was from Inaba too. They probably said that in the beginning of the game, and that one... Was it a year gap between you playing? It wasn't that long, was it? The gap between when I stopped playing, I forgot that fact.
She gave meaning to my life. Soon after Saki-san was found dead, yet another girl appeared on TV.
Yukiko.
That was you.
So, it's interesting.
She'll be kidnapped next. And murdered.
One, Yukiko has a kimono on right now. But two, so far it has been just females.
I can't let her end up like Mayumi and that other girl. This time, I'm gonna do something.
Because now that we have a different profile...
My opponent was a murderer who left no clues to his identity. I thought hard about what I could do to protect her from someone like that. I'll never convince her. If she gets suspicious and they arrest me, who'll save her then?
That's fair.
The girl inside the TV looked as if she was smiling at me. And that's when it hit me. I apparently had the power to go through the TV screen to the other side. Then, what if I put her into the TV and give her shelter there before the killer gets her?
I mean, honestly, that sounds like a crazy idea, but from what he can do and what's been happening, can't really blame him for that.
What are you trying to tell me? That it's safe over there? Is that it? The girl inside the TV seemed to smile at me again. And I thought, no matter what kind of place it might be, it's better than being slaughtered. Once things calmed down, I could just let her out again.
In theory.
If she's inside the TV, there's no way they can find her.
In theory.
It felt as if everything was starting to come together in my mind.
Yeah, I can see how that would track in his perspective.
Could it be that Mayumi gave me that power to prevent any more victims from meeting her fate? Was it my mission to save people? But there was a big problem. If I explained the situation to the victim, they wouldn't understand. I had already tried that and failed miserably. It seemed the only thing I could do was to take them away. If that was my mission, I'd just have to do it.
Yeah.
Or so I thought. Mayumi, please lend me your strength.
Poor guy.
So, since you thought people who appeared on the Midnight Channel would be killed, you kidnapped us in order to save us.
Yeah.
Mission? Give me a break! You never stopped and wondered about any of this?
I mean, Chie, he didn't have nearly the amount of the facts that we did.
I thought I was the only one who could help them. I did call the police, but they didn't believe me.
And he didn't actually end up killing anyone.
I knew the area well, thanks to my job. I had a large truck, and I could move around without suspicion. I thought my job as a delivery man would be the perfect cover for my mission. I thought no one else could do it.
Yeah.
But are you telling me that I wasn't saving them?
if a person is still within the TV world when the fog appears here, they will die.
Yeah. There's no way he would have known that.
Beginning with Yukiko-san, the people you thought you had been saving were, in fact, in mortal peril. It was my friends here who really saved us all.
I had a feeling that was it.
You did?
When I went after that little girl and entered the TV myself,
Right.
for the first time, I had some doubts about myself.
Which is why you look so crazy then.
You refer to Nanako-chan, correct?
Which is my little cousin, by the way.
The police were after me, so I had to get away. But I still felt I needed to do everything I could to save that poor little girl. That's why I went in after her. But the TV world was completely different than I imagined. Such an abominable, grotesque place.
And you saw Nanako's, which was the kindest one.
I knew that the three of you who I saved went back to your normal lives, so I didn't realize how terrible that world was.
3. Yukiko, Kanji, Rise. Oh, shouldn't it be 4?
I never knew. You couldn't even get out of that place on your own.
We won short. Is that intentional?
No. That's a cowardly way to put it.
I'm pretty sure Naoto mentioned her name. Yeah, he probably just didn't confirm Naoto yet.
I'd probably already begun to realize that it was a dangerous place. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have gone to see you all.
See us?
See us?
Was it the concert?
Wait, are you talking about the concert we did at Junes?
I noticed him there.
Yes. I wanted to know why the ones I saved were all hanging out with each other, and how much you remembered.
Of course. That makes sense.
But in the end, I couldn't bring myself to say anything and ran home. I must have felt too guilty.
Now that probably could have saved some lives, I'm not gonna lie.
But all the doubts and anxieties I'd been unconsciously suppressing exploded out when I entered the television myself.
Hence what happened.
I thought I was going insane. I probably did.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the rest. When I came to, I was lying in a hospital bed.
You really were trying to save people.
But I ended up doing just the opposite. What a fool. I always wanted to enter the world of politics and become useful to society. But after losing my job and the woman I loved, all I had left was this power.
Which made it easy for you to rely on.
I convinced myself that world was some sort of sanctuary.
Yeah.
And I secretly believed myself to be a hero.
Yosuke.
I never doubted what I saw on TV and believed everything was as I wanted it to be.
You weren't the only one.
I didn't think for myself at all. That's why I couldn't protect them. I'm to blame for all of this.
No, you're not. And you've done what you needed to make amends, I feel. Well, yeah, again, he didn't kill anybody. I'ma say what's done is done. As long as Nanako can recover.
I suppose so. But the things I've done are too serious to be brushed aside like that.
They are, but you are helping atone right now.
I have no intentions of running away from my crimes. I'm prepared to face the consequences.
Like, honestly speaking, the only people you've affected are right here. So if they're fine, which, thinking about it, again, aside from Nanako, who I know would never want me to take someone's life. Actually, Kanji did say let's throw him in the TV, so I guess, that's 1 out of 4.
Kidnapping is already a serious crime. And on top of that, I put all those lives in danger. I'm sorry.
The Midnight Channel and the other world, You can hardly be blamed for failing to understand them properly.
Yeah, that's how I feel. But I'm not the one who threw in the TV.
We must apologize to you as well. Had we let our emotions blind us to the truth, we would have piled all the responsibility on you.
I guess from your point of view, people did stop dying once you started saving people.
Yeah.
The more you did it, the more you really believed you were preventing their deaths.
I'm such a joke. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little tired.
Well, we've got what we needed. Thank you so much. Oh, shoot.
What are you all crammed in here for?
See, this is why I was like, why do we all need to be in here?
My apologies. We'll be leaving now.
Wait. I beg you, please, find whoever's behind this. You children are the only ones who know about that world.
Probably not the best thing to say in front of the officer, but that's our plan.
It's all clear now. He never committed any murders. It was another party who threw the first 2 victims into the TV.
Again, Naoto, should we be saying this in front of the officer? But okay. We got closer.
Now get out of here! I told you, he's almost ready to be transported. We can't have anything else happen.
I guess he's not arresting us.
Sheesh. I better not see you rascals here again.
Nanako-chan looks like she's in pain. She's fighting for dear life.
This was the last place we saw Teddy, right? He was so worried about her.
How can he flake out like this when we have to find the real killer?
No, I don't think he did.
The police consider the matter closed. We'll have to do all the investigation from here on out. Let's revisit Saki-san and Miss Yamano's incidents and see if we can turn up fresh details.
But it's been over 6 months. Wouldn't the trail be cold by now?
I know, but we can't give up. We're the only ones who understand what's really going on.
Yeah.
And you never know. People might remember some things now because they've had so much time to think about it.
That is true.
Let's split up and talk to people all over town tomorrow.
Oh, this again.
We'll meet up in the evening to discuss our findings.
All right.
I hope we can find out something about Teddy, too.
We'll be back, Nanako. All right. That is a good place to end it. That's not the new one, right? Yeah, I don't think so. He wasn't... Yeah, I didn't think so. He wasn't the main guy. I mean, that's what I was saying, but I thought he at least had 2 kills under his belt. But honestly, that was still missing in my mind as well. Like, how did it make sense for him to do it twice and then suddenly think he's saving people if he never did it or if he didn't do those first 2 kills to begin with? So since everything else that I said was true, I only have 1 person on my list. It's gotta be Adachi. It's gotta be. I've said it multiple times that it was him. Some of the things that the game did seem to like subtly confirm to me that it was him. But the one thing I didn't get was motive. I was like, if he didn't actually kill anybody himself, why would it be that he set someone else to kill for him? It's like, okay, But now knowing that someone else actually did purposely kill those two, and then he started with Yukiko, that's very different. So I'm gonna take a break. I already know what the question that, well, one of the questions of the day is gonna be, did you get this ending on the first shot? Because a certain someone told me that they got it on the first try. And they said that they did, because after I failed, they said they just tried to focus on keeping things calm. You have to literally do the opposite of that for the last choice. And like I said, I knew what I wanted to say. I just didn't know how to get the game to say what I wanted to say. And it's funny, I foreshadowed that in Naoto's conversation, where I had an idea, but my idea wasn't following the game's logic. Or rather, I wasn't using the game's logic to express myself fully. Which is why I often, relook at my videos often, and I realize I don't explain myself to the best of my abilities, and I try to later. As we also kind of saw, because the whole thing with Namatame is that he was being misunderstood. So, honestly, truly, I'm gonna just clap up the game, even though I did come to majority of that conclusion. I didn't think he was a truly innocent guy. I mean, sure, you can say he's done some crimes under the law, but in comparison to what we thought he was doing, and considering all the mechanics at play, for me it would be hard to truly blame him unless Nanako died, and even then, I don't think Nanako would want us to kill somebody who was trying to save her. So, with that being said, I am going to end it here, and we'll continue this another. Yeah, exactly. I'm stretching my arms right now. This has been Blade. I am very interested to see how this game is going to go in the future. But for now, I will see you all next time. And now it is time for the question of the day. And I officially love this game. It's not often that I see a plotline done like this and done so well. From how the choices led into this decision to making the decision to, even though you think someone's completely guilty, hearing them out and discovering the truth. This is one of those scenes that speaks to my core, and I am going to remember this game for a long time, I feel. So with that said, I just want to ask you all, what were your thoughts on this scene? How it was done? The revelation itself? Whatever you like to say. So with that being said, please post your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you all next time.